I read Den of Thieves back in 2012, and it was one of my favorite scripts. It was so clever, but we couldn't get it made. It was a very hard movie to get made because it wasn't cheap, and Christian had never directed anything before. There often came these conversations which were, maybe it's time to move on. By this point, I'd become very close with Christian, and I also loved this movie. Finally, we pulled the money together, and then we're making the movie. But I felt this big pressure because for years, I used to have dinners and lunches with Christian, and he would talk about Big Nick's this, Big Nick's this, Big Nick's this, and then we go to start the movie, and I'm like, shit, he's told me a lot about Big Nick. I hope I remember it. Like, who is Big Nick? And one time we're at a restaurant, and it's like a Benihana or something. There's a plate, which I think is sushi. And while he's talking, I'm like this, I'm chewing it going, this is really chewy sushi, but I'm like, right, this is how Big Nick would, and you're talking about Big Nick. I finished the plate, and he's like, by the way, that's raw chicken. And that was basically Big Nick.